Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 2 on painting a custom car. Now if you didn't see part 1, I'll put a little clip up. This is where I sort of left you off in part 1. We got the wheels down. So you see that little clip, I was just sort of finishing the wheels off. We're moving on to part 2 and we're sort of breaking this car down into like simple pieces. So if you are following the step by step, you can just sort of follow along and we're sort of chipping away at this. So today's video, we've got the grille, we've got the lights, and we've got the windows to do. So here's a look at some of the products we are using in today's video. So they're the products we're using. There's a few more, but you'll get to see these and I'll talk you through the bits as you see them as I paint. Brush, the Iwata Custom Takumi on a 018, running low pressure, around 10 psi. The paints we're using are FW inks. I'm really liking the FW inks at the minute, mixed with water and the isopropyl. It just flows really nice. It dries down very nice. Not a lot of tip dry when you use that sort of mix, and I think for me it's just the flow rate. It just instantly flows out the brush, nice and smooth. You've got no clogging issues, so you can just crack on and paint. Shields, you're going to see these being used. We've got the Scott McKay Pocket Grafx, highly recommend them guys. Brilliant little set of shields are them ones, and I've got my old faithfuls, which are a bigger set with just some random shapes on to go round pieces. Now I'm going to move you in closer and we're going to crack on with the grille. Now I'm going to do the grille slightly different because in the image just here, when you blow this grille up, the grille to you on the screen now looks quite detailed and sort of all okay. But when I blow it up to see what I've got to paint, it's sort of very blocky and sort of distorted because the image isn't that clear when you blow it up. You'll see this if you're using that image. When you blow it up, the actual grille looks a bit messy on the image, so I'm going to do my own sort of style, similar looking with the chrome effect, but just do it slightly different and put my own tweak on it. Everything else we're going to do the same. So let's crack on, move you in closer and we'll press on. Right guys, we are ready to start. Now I've got a grey mix in here, a light grey mix. Now we're going to start off, we'll start off on the grille. Now I'm going to do the grille, as I said in that little clip. We're going to just do my sort of twist on it because the actual grille on the image isn't great. So I'm just dusting a bit of grey round the grille and then to the bottom of this grille. So that's a little pass of that on there. Now I've got a little bit of Payne's grey. I'm just going to go for a little pass over the top, just into one side here, and just a little. I'm going to follow the same sort of things as what's on the original. But as I say, just put my sort of twist on it. A little bit down here. You can always tweak the artwork and make it your own. You haven't got to mirror match everything. Put your own twist on it. That's what it's about. Do some little lines because you're sort of looking at with the chrome grill, you're sort of looking at a horizon line where it's supposed to be on this anyway. So we'll just run something through there like that, nice and simple. A little bit more on the top. We'll go for a bit of FW black now. Quick change over. Just going to roll this grill off at the bottom. So I'm sort of spraying on the masking and then just into the artwork. A little bit on that horizon line coming through. I'm just going to dust over this and darken it off because I want to pop some highlights out on this just to make it a little bit more sharper. So I'm just going to roll around this with a bit of black. Like that. And then I want to get some lines in this grill. Just hold the shield up and just sort of roughly following the lines that I've penciled out. Like that. Just drop some lines in. On the actual original image there's a lot of lines in it. So I'm just putting my own twist on it. Like that. And now we'll get the Posca and we'll just drop some highlights in. And just pop some little bits out on this grill. Big shout out to Mark on the art workshop. Did a really nice thing, done a shout out for us today. Brilliant channel, guys. If you don't know the art workshop, I'll leave a link in the description. If you want to get on some real full-on advanced photorealistic stuff, that's the channel to hit up. It really is. Some really cool stuff. and you'll just learn on that. So a little bit with the Posca paint pen just makes that pop. Nice and easy on that. So that's popped the grill out. That'll do for the grill. Now we can move on to these headlights. Now there is a little bit of black on these, there's blue, there's, again, I'm going to do my own sort of tweak on these. We'll get a shield and we're just going to drop a little bit of paint around this edge here. Like that. Around the outside of this. Just to separate that glass off. Like that. There's a little dark bit in the centre here. Just do basically like little squiggly lines. A few little dots and lines and squiggles. Another little shape there. A little bit here. Like that. A little bit more here. That'll do for the black pass on that. We'll do the same on this one. Just go round it, because there's a little black band that goes round it. So just doff a bit of paint in. The beauty of the Micron, you can just really just flick the paint in where you want it. And you're not really got to worry. Once you've got that paint mix right and you just get it in, just basically you'll eventually get the feel as though you're just drawing. And that's all you really need to do, is just draw the bits in. Do a little bit around the bottom, just a bit of paint in there, just a bit over the top, just a little bit there. Got another shape. That'll do. Squiggles and little lines and dots. Just don't think you're painting a headlight. That's all you've got to think. The minute you think to yourself, oh my God, I've got to paint a headlight, that's when it becomes daunting. But when you look at the actual image and think, hang on a minute, all they are dots, squiggles and little bits of shading, it becomes a little bit easier. A little bit of Payne's grey in here, job done. Gives it that like chrome look. couple of little dots and squiggles. That's your lighting. A little bit over the top. A little bit down there. Just a couple of little dots and squiggles. That's all we're looking at on that. Posca paint pen. Pop some little highlights out where they need to be. Smudge it, if you want to smudge it and just fade it in, just drop your Posca paint pen on and just wipe it in, and it gives it a real nice tone when you do it. A little bit up here. We can add, if we want to add to these later, we can. There's nothing stopping you adding to these later. If you go down nice and light, you can always add more paint. If you wallop a load on too quick, then you're going to struggle. Just going to go back in on this black. And when another little tip for you as well, when you're filling your airbrush cup up, put minimal paint in. Because then you're not wasting as much. And it's easier to clean through. I mean, I'll put 1 drop of paint in there, about 2 drops. And that's all I need. And then it's just a quick change and you're onto your next one. You're onto your next one really quick then. If you were to go wallop, because you always tend to overfill, just going to line that grill out. Just put a little bit of shade in there. That'll do. We've got the lights in, we've got the grill in. Now we're moving on to the windows. So looking at the reference, we've got a we've got a chrome edge there. I'm not worried about the chrome edge that goes around it, because if we get any paint over, we can use the Posca paint pen to drop that white in to give it that bright look which it's got. Now we've got here we've got a sort of a grey tone, so I'm just going to hit that with a little bit of black. There, we've got a black bit there. So hit that, little bit, just fade off that. I'm going to drop a little bit there like that. A teeny bit of black here. And then there's a line here, so find your shield that's going to do it. Just put that line in. And on my reference there's one here as well, there's a little faint line here. So we'll have that in. There's another line, that one, there. I'm going to drop the line of spray into it this way, because the actual glass goes like a darker from this point and fades slightly that way. So the line going on this side here won't be as bad, getting the overspray going across. So that's that one in. There's another one here. Just kicks up there. That'll do for that one. And then we've got like a blue shift. So I've got some blue. I'm just going to mix it in with that couple of drops of black that was in there. And we're going to just put a fade in here. And I just need to shield off this here slightly. Just sort of lightly put it into that edge, but it goes darker here. Something like that, and there's a bit of a tone there. This comes down with a little bit of a blue tone here. Like that. Back window's very, very light, so I'm just going to dust over the back bit like that. I've got some extra lines in there that I've missed out on the actual artwork, but we can get them in. That's that bit. That's in. We just need to put a black band across here. I'm going to do like a dark grey one along here. There's a bit of white in this corner here. So we'll black that out, line this bit out, line round the window. Let's just lose that paint. Quick blast through. Just going to give it a little bit of water and a bit of a clean out. So tomorrow's step by step, we'll be finishing this one off. We'll be doing the bodywork. Now on this actual car, I'm going to see what this paint's like. I've mixed up some black pearlescent, and I might do this bodywork because the actual bodywork on this is black. I might do it in pearl, change it up and do it in black pearl, but I want to see how it's going to lay down first. So I'm going to do a little test to the side. I'll show you what it's going to look like. We'll get some of the paint and we'll try it in tomorrow's video, just see what the actual paint looks like going down before I commit to doing it. But that's the idea, is to do it in like a black pearl. So we've got a bit of black. We're going to need a straight edge. So one of the pocket Grafx, there's one that's got a really nice straight edge on it. And that will do. We need a curve to just go around here. Just test that brush. So just got that curve in, and then we can work along this straight here. That's the straight in. We've got another little curve at the end, a tight one. So just grab your shield, find one that's going to work. Yep, see the miniature shield's coming really handy, guys. I just want that curve in the corner, done. That's all you need, is that little hit and you've got it. Then a straight on the top. So just frame it. If you're going to fill something in and you've got to go around it, I'd say frame it like this. Frame it so you've got all your edges sharp, what you want, and then you can just go in on the inner and fill it in. Because you've got all your edge sorted, and then you're just going to fill the inside in. Job done. That's that bit done. And that's how you got to break these images down. Look at it like I've just done there. Look at the image and go, right, you've got that black section to put in. Go around with your shields, look at your artwork. If it's a sharp edge like this one is, go around it with your shields. go around the whole thing, and then you've got that real nice tight, and it's in. You've got no overspray going on anything else because you've shielded it all the way around. Fill the inside in, job's a good one, it's done, that bit's out of the way. Now we've got some bits to do up here. Some like, they're just like very faint lines. So I'm just going to sort of spray on the shield. That's all I need is that little faint line. Just enough to see it. Just enough there to see it, that's all you need. That'll do it. Same with this bit here, just a little flick. It's just a little faint line again. Like that. Probably use that one again. Yeah. That's all I need is that little faint line. It's a little bit darker in the top. I'm just going to drop a little bit of paint there over the top. And that's in. I'm just going to do a little pass. On that edge. Darken that out. Just line that out. Just make that a little bit darker here. And there's a couple of little black bits just sort of kicking up here on the artwork and here. That's in. Up there. I think we're about there on the windows we've done. Nice and easy. Yeah, we're in. We've got them bits in. So now I'm going to do a little bit more of a tint just over that back window. I think that will do. A little bit more there. Darken this line out. Make it a little bit darker on them lights coming round. We're in. So that's done, guys. We're done. Nice and quick one tonight on these bits. So we've got the glass in. We've got a couple of, there's a highlight just here, but we don't really need to put it in at the minute, but that there is a highlight. So we can just Posca that one in, and there's a little bit here that comes round. But we can do more of these framing of these because there's like chrome trims and stuff and little bits on the bodywork. We can do them as we do the next piece. So they're in. So the next thing to do in part 3, we'll demask this piece so we can take the part of the body out. And then what I can do is, because I've got these to one side, I've got the window, so I can now shield off that. You basically put that over there, and that's protecting your paintwork underneath. So when we take this inner mask off, I can block them off, that off, them and the wheels, and then we can just concentrate on this piece, on the bodywork. And then you just peel all the bits off at the end, and then it just all comes together. So a nice and simple one tonight. So there you go, guys, we've got a nice simple one tonight. Talked you through that, nice and simple. Last thing to do is clean the brush out, so a little bit of 2K thinners. While I'm cleaning the brush, I'll talk you through what we did. So dead straightforward, guys, really was simple to do. On the grill, we just dusted in a little bit of light grey, went round it. And then you've got your sort of little horizon line that goes across. You can make horizon lines on chrome look a lot better. You really can, because you can add colour. You can add like the green, what you would see like a grass level going across. Then you do brown and you do your blue. Then you put your white highlight in, and it just looks like it's reflecting the earth, the grass, the sky. And that's how you got to think about chrome. It's just a reflection, and then your bright white to make it sort of pop and look them like little sort of ching bits you get, where you see the real sharp little highlights that reflect. So we got the grill in, just did the similar sort of thing with the headlights. Just look at the image, and you basically don't worry about, oh no, I've got to paint a headlight. Just look at it and think, well, they're just like squiggles, dots, lines, soft bit of shading, and that's all you're doing. Just look at artwork that way. Break it down to shapes and colours. That's all it is, and just put it together. It's nice doing it this way. I think doing cars is good. It's quite good because you can break it down into little chunks and use the masking, and you've not got to worry about if you get any overspray here, because it's just all shielding off. So a nice simple one tonight. So part 3, we will get this completed. We've got the bodywork, and as I say, I've got some black pearl. Really fancy trying some black pearlescent on this, just to see what it looks like. I might do it two-tone actually. I might do, because we've got a swage line coming down the vehicle here, I might black pearl the bottom half with some white highlights, and then do like the gloss black top, or gloss black, black pearl the top and then gloss black the bottom. And we might put like a pin line, like a red pin line in, because it's a custom car and you can make it what you want. So I might do a red pin line down here, or something like a real bright neon green pin line, and we'll just tweak it. We'll pimp it. We'll pimp the actual image from original. And I think that's, if you put your own twist on it, it just makes it more you then. If you put your own twist on it, then just copy in the reference, just make it your own. And you'll enjoy it more if you put your little stamp on it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. The Takumi works an absolute treat. It really does. It's a great brush. It really is. Really looking forward to seeing what the new Infinity is going to be like. I think that's going to be phenomenal, guys. I really do, because I know what the internals are on that, but I can't say much till the release date. But it's going to be phenomenal. It really is going to be good. So looking forward to that one. So I hope you've enjoyed it tonight on the Custom Car Part 2. We will crack on with this tomorrow. I will get the paints, just wipe this cup down. I'll get the paint sorted, so we'll have a little test and we'll just pimp it. We'll just do something different. So drop your comments, tell me your thoughts. If you are liking this type of content, drop it in the comments, guys. And if there's any sort of step-by-steps that you want me to have a crack at, just drop it in the comments, as long as it's something not completely bonkers that's going to take me like 2 weeks to paint. Just sort of, if you're a beginner and you want some simple pieces, don't feel embarrassed if it's something like, oh, how do you paint this? If you're feeling bad, I'll gladly do a video for you guys, you know. because it's just like little challenges for me, and it's something, if you want to see how something's painted or the way I go about it, I'll try and give you my easiest way around it, because we all paint different ways, we all go in on artwork in different ways, all artists do, and we all have our own sort of style and way we do things. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in part 3. Cheers guys.